How's it going, y'all? This is Cam Brandt, DN from Michigan. I just want to give a big shout out to Multiverso True Freshman and all my fans in Spain. And I just hope you guys enjoy this interview. And I can't wait to get out there and visit Spain one time.
Bienvenido a Multiverso True Freshman, Cam. Muchas gracias por aceptar nuestra invitación. Nos gustaría empezar por el principio. ¿Dónde naciste, dónde creciste y cuándo empezaste a jugar a fútbol?
Welcome to Multiverso True Freshman, Cam. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. We would like to start from the beginning. Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And when did you start playing football?
Thank you guys for having me. I was born in Los Angeles, California. I grew up in a little city in Los Angeles County called Carson, California. And I started playing football when I was really a little younger, around probably 8, but just a little bit. I didn't really dive into football until I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
Creciste en California y jugaste en Sierra Canyon High School, uno de los programas deportivos más reconocidos del estado. ¿Cómo recuerdas aquellos años y qué importancia tuvieron en tu desarrollo como jugador?
Like you said, you grew up in California and played at Sierra Canyon High School, one of the most well-known athletic programs in the state. How do you look back on those years and how important were they in your development as a player?
I look back to those years with just thanks, just for the opportunity, because I didn't go there all my years in high school. I got there my junior year. I was there my junior year and senior year, so it was really great just being around just that atmosphere, around all those great players, getting to see all those great players come out of that high school is like a great sense of pride. I feel just being an athlete from Sierra Canyon, and then just seeing all of us, everyone that comes out of Sierra Canyon, just being really just fruitful in their sports when it comes to just in college or just in the pro as well. So it's been really great.
I have one question, Adri. In your high school career, you play other sports or only football?
I played, I did track and field, and I did for a little bit, and I was a thrower in track and field, and I have the record for discus. Yeah.
Ostras, vale.
Durante tu época de high school no solo jugaste en diferentes posiciones en línea defensiva, sino que también tuviste algunas responsabilidades en ataque. ¿Crees que esa experiencia te ayudó a entender mejor el juego y a convertirte en un defensor más completo?
During your high school career, you played in different positions along the defensive line and also had some responsibilities on offense. Do you think that experience helped you understand the game better and become a more complete defender?
Yes, I definitely think it helped me understand the game better just because I was also just still a little bit new to it. It helped me have just a good idea of what the offenses are thinking about in terms of scheme and how they want to go about attacking a defense. And I feel like that just really helps, being able to know both mindsets and then apply that to defense and allow just to pick my way through the offense and just get a jump on what they may be doing and just help further my game.
Inicialmente estabas comprometido con Stanford, pero después tomaste la decisión de elegir Michigan. ¿Cómo fue aquel proceso de recruiting y qué hizo que finalmente sintieras que Michigan era el lugar adecuado para ti?
You were initially committed to Stanford, but later made the decision to choose Michigan. What was that recruiting process like, and what ultimately made Michigan feel like the right place for you?
Yeah, so like you said, I was originally committed to Stanford. My recruiting process at the time is I had pretty much a good amount of all the Pac-12 schools. So I was really down to Cal, Stanford, Washington, and then Michigan came late. And at that time, I was already considering it was either Stanford or Washington at the time, and I had committed to Stanford. So once like my senior season came around and I was committed, the head coach at the time for Stanford had stepped down, and that kind of led me to just step back a little and reflect on my recruiting and if this is where I wanted to be. And I had reached out to Coach Elston at the time, who was the defensive line coach um, at Michigan, and he said he still had a spot if I wanted to come. So I planned that visit in like February, I think, of the next year. Excuse me. And once I got up here, it was pretty much like yeah, this is where I wanted to be. Um, it pretty much checked all the boxes for me. Of course, a big thing for like my mom was just like the education piece, because going from Stanford, that's a really great education school in Michigan. There's no drop off. They're still competing in terms of academics. So it was just the best of both worlds, great academics, and then you're competing at the highest level in sports as well. So it really just made sense to me. And you're just surrounded by the best guys. They get defensive linemen out every year, it seems like. So, yeah.
Okay, good question.
Como hablabas de los académicos, tanto Stanford como Michigan son universidades de enorme prestigio académico. ¿Qué importancia tuvo la parte académica en tu decisión y qué buscabas exactamente en una universidad más allá del fútbol?
Sí, like you said, Cam, both Stanford and Michigan are extremely prestigious academic institutions. How important was the academic side of your decision, and what exactly were you looking for in a university beyond football, like you said right now?
Academics was definitely important. I mean, it's always been an important thing throughout my life. So I wanted to make sure Michigan fulfilled that requirement, and then just going in, like I knew like I wasn't gonna choose like an easy major either. I came in wanting to do like engineering or something like that, and Michigan allowed me to do that. I obviously like switched that, but I went to neuroscience now. But yeah, that was really just like a big piece, and it just helped like soothe my mom's worries as well, because I was going a greater distance to Michigan, and she wanted to make sure I got that academic portion as well.
Okay.
Pasar del sur de California a Ann Arbor supone un cambio bastante importante, tanto por el clima como estilo de vida. ¿Qué fue para ti lo más difícil de aquella adaptación y cuánto tardaste en sentir Michigan como tu casa?
Moving from Southern California to Ann Arbor is a major change, both in terms of weather and lifestyle. What was the most difficult part of that adjustment, and how long did it take for Michigan to feel like home?
I'd say the most difficult part was just getting used to the winters, I'd say. Yeah. I feel like each year the winters have gotten worse, but I feel like my transition wasn't too bad. Like I was pretty self-sufficient on being on my own or being away from family. So that wasn't too much of a problem. But I would just say the weather really, and not being able to go to the beach as often or
Yeah.
the ocean. But yeah.
Llegaste a Michigan en 2023 y en tu primera temporada ya formaste parte de un equipo que terminó ganando el campeonato nacional. ¿Eras consciente de aquel momento de lo especial que era lo que estabais consiguiendo?
You arrived at Michigan in 2023, and during your very first season, you were part of a team that went on to win the national championship. Did you fully understand at the time just how special what you were accomplishing really was?
Not really. Like I did in the moment. It wasn't really setting into me, because like I feel like it was just such a standard. Like it seemed like, all right, this is what we should expect just from the guys. Before like the older guys at the time, there's like something we should expect, and just how we carry ourselves. Like we're supposed to be in this position. So I feel like at the time I was really just trying to make sure I did my job and didn't let them down, and did my thing on the field when it came time to it. But just in hindsight, looking back, it really was just such a special moment and just like a one in a million type experience that not a lot of college guys really get to experience, especially in their first year coming into college. So yeah, it was special.
Mm. ¿Cómo recuerdas internamente aquella temporada? Desde fuera se veía un equipo con muchísima confianza, muy unido, con una misión clara. ¿Cómo era realmente aquel vestuario?
How do you remember that season from inside the program? From the outside, it looked like an extremely confident and united team with a clear mission. What was that locker room really like?
It was exactly that. Exactly how it seemed on the outside. We were very confident in what we can do. We had a set mindset and goals and to where we wanted to be at, and we knew what we had to do to get there. But just like, but it wasn't always all business. Of course, we had fun. It was good times in the locker room, all that stuff. But we had that main goal. We know what we wanted to accomplish that year, and we just got it done.
¿Hubo algún veterano de aquella defensa que tuviera una influencia especial sobre ti, tanto por lo que hacía dentro del campo como por su forma de trabajar y prepararse?
Was there a veteran on that defense who had a particularly strong influence on you, both because of what he did on the field and the way he worked and prepared?
I'd have to say like Mikey Sammerstow for sure.
Wow.
Just coming in, just seeing him, the way he worked, his mindset towards everything, just his story and everything, just being an offensive guy first, switching to defense, coming in, dominating on that side as well. Really just his mindset and how he attacked like practice every day, was honest, making sure we did the littlest things right because that mattered. All those little things do matter and they add up and it just creates good habits. So just how he carried himself and just was on the field, it was really cool to see. It was great to see. And I feel like he's someone I try to model myself as the best I can. And just I look forward or just like look back to and think of things he did and just how I can apply that to myself just to become a better leader.
Mike was one of my favorite players on that Michigan, así que good answer and good choice.
Yeah.
En tu segunda temporada comenzaste a tener un papel más importante dentro de la defensa y llegaron tus primeros sacks y jugadas de impacto. ¿En qué momento sentiste por primera vez que realmente pertenecías a ese nivel?
During your second season, you began to have a large role on defense and record your first sacks and impact plays. At what point did you first feel that you truly belong at this level?
I'd have to say it was like that first game of the season, really. It was just like a culmination of just what I was going through in freshman year and just little moments of just like experiencing these like small wins and it just all added up throughout that season. And it just really gave me that boost that I needed, just being like a new player to the game and just seeing it come to fruition and know that, all right, yeah, I can do this, I can play at this level, and I can dominate at this level if I continue to produce and do what I need to do. So, yeah, I would say it'd have to be like that first game.
Tu partido contra Alabama en el Reliquas Bowl fue uno del más completos de tu carrera, con un sack, un fumble recuperado. ¿Cómo recuerdas aquel encuentro y qué significó para ti rendir así ante un rival como Alabama?
Your game against Alabama in the Reliquia Quest Bowl was one of the most complete performances of your career, including a sack and a fumble recovery. How do you remember that game and what it did mean to perform that way against a program like Alabama?
Honestly, that whole trip was it was really fun for us. Just in general, we had a good time out there. We were all clicking as a unit, and then on the field, it was really just a great game. You know, we came in, it was sunny, I think, and then it started raining, and then we all started getting hype, and I don't know, I feel like the tide just turned from there. Like we were clicking on defense. We were getting off the field. We were looking over at Alabama. When it started raining, as you can see, they didn't really want to be there, and we just took advantage of that. And we embraced the moment, and we just kind of fed off each other. I feel like a lot of guys in that game just kind of fed off each other, like me, Derek, TJ, another defensive end, Brandon Hillman, a safety that used to go here. We all just kind of fed off each other and just have fun out there, play ball. And I feel like that's what resulted in just having a good game.
Después llegó una temporada en la que tuviste muchos más snaps y una responsabilidad mayor dentro de la rotación. ¿Qué aprendiste sobre la diferencia entre participar con regularidad y ser capaz de producir jugadas decisivas de manera constante?
Then came a season in which you played many more snaps and took on greater responsibility within the rotation. What did you learn about the difference between playing regularly and consistently producing game-changing plays?
Just one thing I took from that, and just having a greater responsibility within the defense, is just patience, I feel like, and then patience, and then just, of course, just conditioning. If I say patience, because I feel like you get that greater role, you get stuck in your mind and feel like you have to make every play, every single play, every time you're on the field. And that kind of, I don't know, I feel like that kind of gets in the way at times, and it makes you do too much almost, or just gets you in your head and out your rhythm. So I feel like just definitely having to learn patience and just understand that it's going to come to me. Plays I'm meant to make will come to me. And then just conditioning, just being able to be out there, give my best and all those, since I am getting extra reps, and give my best, put my best foot forward each and every down that I get.
Conseguiste tu primera titularidad universitaria después de varias temporadas dentro del programa. ¿Qué significó para ti recibir finalmente esa oportunidad?
You earned your first college start after several seasons in the program. What did finally receiving that opportunity means to you?
It's just been a long time coming. I know you could just kind of like, our room has always been deep since I've been in Michigan, and it's always just been kind of just like, you'll get yours pretty much. Just wait your turn. Do what you need to do, of course, and you'll get yours. Of course, just coming in freshman year, we had like guys like Jalen Harrell, Braden McGregor, and then the twos at the time
Top
were
level.
Josiah Stewart, and then Derek Moore. And then sophomore year, of course, then it was Derek Moore, Josiah Stewart. Then I think it was me and TJ. And then junior year, the same with that. TJ elevated to a starting role at that point, and we brought in Jay Sean down as well. But I was always still just behind Derek. So it's really just embracing that as well, not just getting bitter about it, but just learning from those older guys, and then finally getting that role, and just using all the knowledge that I've learned and just embracing the moment and know that this is where you're supposed to be and this is the position you dreamed about being in. So take advantage of it and just make the most of it each and every snap. So it was really great. It's a great experience.
Vale, durante esta offseason has trabajado en transformar tu físico y jugar con algo menos de peso. ¿Qué te llevó a tomar esa decisión y qué buscabas mejorar exactamente?
During this off-season, you've worked on transforming your body and playing at a slightly lower weight. What led you to make that decision, and what exactly were you trying to improve?
What led me to make that decision was just I felt like I was just too heavy. I wasn't getting the same get off as I was in previous years where I was at a lighter weight. And it wasn't even like it was bad weight. I was still muscle at that point, but I was just getting tired easier. And I just didn't feel the same coming off the edge. So what led me to just get out that weight is just overall just feeling better, wanting to play faster, and then just obviously having better conditioning at a lighter weight. So I think it'll be great.
Yeah, more agility, speed, acceleration, no?
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Ujú. Vale, una de las fortalezas siempre ha sido tu tamaño y tu capacidad para defender tu carrera, la carrera. ¿Cómo intentas ganar explosividad como pass rusher sin perder la potencia que te permite ser efectivo contra el juego terrestre?
One of your strengths has always been your size and your ability to defend the run. How are you trying to become more explosive as a pass rusher without losing the power that makes you effective against the running game?
Um, I think those both go honestly hand in hand. I think it's honestly just being more confident in the pass rush and just winning, making sure I'm winning every time, coming in with the mindset to win, and just knowing that I can obviously pass rush. Like, why else would I be out there um, on the field? And just trusting in myself, my ability in the off season, just doing the little things, doing the little trainings, refining my moves, looking back at old films, seeing what I could improve on and where I messed up in certain rushes, and just tighten down the little details and then just putting it all together once it comes time.
Michigan ha atravesado por varios cambios de entrenadores y sistemas desde que llegaste. ¿Cómo ha sido tener que adaptarte a diferentes filosofías defensivas y qué crees que has aprendido de cada una de ellas?
Michigan has gone through several coaching and system changes since you arrived. What has it been like having to adapt to different defensive philosophies, and what do you believe you have learned from each of them?
I would say, as terms of philosophies, I was blessed enough to go through the same type of philosophy through my freshman and junior year, because Jesse Minner at the time, my freshman defensive coordinator, worked under Wink Martindale, and their philosophy and scheme is the same pretty much. So there wasn't too much to learn there. I feel like it's more now just learning different coaching types and how different types of coaches coach and what they expect out of their players. So I feel like going through those different systems or just staff changes allowed me to learn just how different coaches operate pretty much and what they expect. And I feel like that'll help a lot in terms of just going into the NFL, just having a better understanding of what these coaches are looking for. And then now with Coach Hill, in terms of philosophy, I definitely think it's good on our part just as a D-line, because I feel like we have less responsibility and his scheme just allows us to just go. There's no real thinking. We just go out and rush and play ball. I feel like our past philosophies, we'd have to think more. And I feel like that's just, for me personally, just better for me. I don't have to think about too much. And if you're thinking too much, it slows down your game. And if you just have one goal, one mindset, you can play as fast as you can. And I feel like that's what I like about Jay Hill's philosophy so far.
Has pasado de ser de unos jugadores jóvenes que observaban y aprendían de los veteranos a convertirte en uno de los hombres con más experiencia de la defensa. ¿Cómo ha cambiado tu papel dentro del vestuario?
You've grown from being one of the young players watching and learning from the veterans to becoming one of the most experienced players on the defense. How has your role in the locker room changed?
Honestly, I'm still even getting used to it, just being a call veteran. It seems like just yesterday I was one of the younger guys, but I feel like I've embraced just being a veteran and just letting the guys feel like they could talk to me, or just any questions they ask, like I'm there. And like I wouldn't say I'm the most vocal leader in that way. I'm more of a lead by example type of guy, and I'm just growing to be more vocal. But I'm just trying to provide a safe and open space for these guys and just let them know that I'm here to pick their brain. And then if they're ever feeling doubts or anything or just questioning themselves on the field, I'm that anchor for them to just rely on and look back, have questions like, hey, this is how you do this, this such and such, this is how you go about this. And I feel like what I've learned from the other guys, just to continue to develop that culture. And once the younger guys in my room are veterans, they continue to pass that down. And then that just continues to just create and establish that culture of just great D linemen coming out of great D linemen and just great Michigan players overall coming out of Michigan. So,
Ok.
La línea defensiva de Michigan ha establecido un estándar altísimo de últimos años, produciendo constantemente jugadores NFL. ¿Qué necesita hacer vuestro grupo para mantener ese nivel?
Michigan's defensive line has established an extremely high standard over the last several years, consistently producing NFL players. What does your group need to do to maintain that level?
Honestly, I just think we need to go out there, have fun, and play with confidence and just dominate every single rep. I mean, I feel like there's nothing much really to it. And it's not even like you have to, there's obviously that pressure, that's the weight of that. But I feel like that weight could get overbearing if you think about it too much. And it could get you off the path or just off your mojo. And I feel like if we just go out there, play loose, have fun, get in a good flow, we'll do what we need to do to reach our goals. And I feel like our mindset in the D-line room is great in pushing towards that. Like, we want to be the best D-line in the country, and we know we can. I feel like a lot of guys on our D-line are just really underrated guys that the world hasn't heard about, but they will soon once the season comes. And just that's our plan.
Ok. Yeah.
Hablando un poco más de tu juego, tienes el tamaño para moverte por diferentes posiciones de la línea defensiva. ¿Dónde te sientes más cómodo y cómo te definirías tú mismo como jugador?
Talking a little more about your game, you have the size to move around and play different positions along the defensive line, like defensive tackle, interior defensive line. Where do you feel most comfortable, and how would you define yourself as a player?
I would define myself as just like a jack of all trades. I feel like that just adds to my value as a player, not being able to just be at one position, just having the flexibility to move inside and play outside if I wanted to, and that just continues to add value towards me. And then just in terms of comfortability, I feel like I'm definitely feel more comfortable at edge, but also like the inside is nothing crazy either. Like, I feel comfortable in there as well. I would say the only thing is just inside things happen quicker, so just getting used to that. But I feel pretty good about both of those spots. Yeah.
Ok.
Cuando atacas al quarterback, ¿eres un jugador que estudia previamente a cada offensive tackle y prepara bien un plan específico, o prefieres leer lo que sucede durante el partido e ir adaptándote?
When rushing the quarterback, are you someone who studies each offensive tackle beforehand and prepares a specific plan? Or do you prefer to read what happens during the game and adjust as it develops?
Definitely, I say you have like one who just gets a good idea on what to expect from the tackles beforehand, of course. Just know their tendencies, what they like to do, how they like to set. It's always good to know. And just how they work as an O-line too. Like, you got to know the guards as well if they're looking to come back and chip you as well as an end. So just having a good feel for the whole line. And then once the game comes, have what you know in your head, and then of course, they're going to plan for you differently. So as the game goes, you switch some stuff up. You see new things that they may have not shown on film and just adjust as the game goes.
¿Hay algún defensive end o pass rusher del NFL actual o histórico en el que te fijes especialmente o el que te hayas incorporado algún movimientos a tu juego?
Is there any current or former NFL defensive end or pass rusher you particularly study or have taken moves from when developing your own game?
Shoot, I like to say just the guys that have been in my room. I've learned a lot from, like Derek Moore, Josiah Stewart, which are now guys in the league. But in terms of guys that have already been established in the league, I feel like I've been watching Jared Verse recently, just because he's just a similar guy, similar body type as me. Trey Hendrickson and Miles Garrett. Yeah.
Pensando ya en la próxima temporada, ¿qué objetivos te marcas a nivel individual y qué tendría que suceder para que la consideraras un éxito personal?
Looking ahead to the upcoming season, what individual goals have you set for yourself, and what would need to happen for you to consider it a personal success?
Some of the individual goals I have for myself is just being a dominant player. I'm trying to get double-digit sacks this year. Just being a dominant player, making an impact, be a first-round, second-round draft pick.
Let's go.
And yeah, just really leave my mark on Michigan. Just leave my stamp and just leave it all out there this year and do what I know I can do and will do.
Y a nivel colectivo, ¿qué crees que puede conseguir Michigan esta temporada y qué será determinante para volver a competir por los principales objetivos?
And from a team perspective, what do you believe Michigan can accomplish this season, and what will be the key to competing for the biggest goals again?
I personally have all the belief in this team that we can go the distance and go to the playoffs and go to the national championship. I know that's the mindset of a lot of the guys, a lot of the older guys, younger guys, just in the locker room. Like, we want to have rings on our fingers. Like, I know for guys in my class, we've been saying this at abundance. We came in with rings. We want to leave with rings. So I feel like what needs to go into that is just us being together, all on the same page, and just clicking, just having a good understanding of each other as a team, and going through the ups and downs and just battling together, because there will be ups and downs, but we have to know that we put the work in. We worked all winter, all summer, all spring to get to this point, and that we're built for it. So
I have one question in terms of college. Kyle Wiltingham is a Michigan new head coach, a coach with a primarily defensive focus. Last year with Utah, he led the second best defense in the Big 12, and nationally the team ranked in the top 10, in the top 20 in several defensive categories. What can we expect from the Wolverines defense this season, and what do you think will be the main change compared to last year Wolverines defense?
I feel like we should expect us to be a top 3 defense in college football, top 3, top 5. I feel like we have all the guys to do it. We have a great back end in Rod Moore, Jair Hill, Mason Curtis, all those guys. We have young linebackers stepping up as well, Nate Owusu, Troy Bowles, and then just our D-line was I would probably say is one of our oldest groups as now, but we have all the guys there, Trey Pierce, and at a JHD. We have all the guys to do it. So I feel like just the steps we need to do is just again, we have to hold each other accountable, bug each other on the little mistakes in practice, and just know the goal we're trying to get to and the steps needed to take to get to that goal. So, yeah.
Okay.
Y hablando del futuro, ¿piensas ya con frecuencia en la NFL? ¿La ves como un sueño, como un objetivo diario o como una consecuencia del trabajo que estás haciendo ahora?
And speaking about the future, do you already think about the NFL often? Do you see it as a dream, a daily goal, or as a consequence of the work you are doing right now?
I see it as just a daily goal. Like, I feel like honestly, every day we're like, the thing is the saying, it's just practice like a pro, be a pro, train to be a pro. So I'm preparing myself for that day when it comes each and every day. I go into the facility each and every day. I'm watching film, doing the little things, putting in the extra work. I'm training to be a pro. So I'm living in the experience. It just hasn't been realized yet, I feel. And once it will be, I'll be prepared.
Nos gustaría conocerte también un poco más fuera del campo. Estudias biopsicología, cognition en neurociencia. ¿Qué te llevó a elegir una carrera tan interesante y exigente?
Cam, like you said before in the initial of the part of the interview, we would also like to get to know you a little better of the field. You study, like you said, biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience. What led you to choose such an interesting and demanding field?
Honestly, I honestly picked it because it seemed interesting to me, outside of just engineering, and I've always just had a knack for um, just wanting to understand how people work, how the human mind works, how just social interaction goes about. I feel like I treat myself like I observe a lot. I observe just human interaction, people a lot. So I feel like that field was really just hand in hand. And now I'm just getting a better understanding with it, just in lectures and learning about it. And it's been fun, honestly. Like, I've really grown to enjoy it.
¿Cuáles son tus principales aficiones fuera del fútbol y cómo sería un día perfecto para Cam Brandt?
What are your main hobbies outside of football, and what would a perfect day for Cam Brandt look like?
Some of my main hobbies, it's really not too much at all, but I do like, I've been reading some more this year. I'm really into music, fashion. I like to watch YouTube videos sometimes, or really most of the time. I like to go to the movies a lot. It's really just like a decompress. I'll go by myself, catch a late night movie, or go with the guys. We'll go catch a movie, or go to the golf range. And just started picking up fishing as well. So, and then
a lot of things.
Yeah, but I would say a perfect day would just be just waking up, get a good little bit of recovery in, hit like sauna, like say it's an off day, get like a sauna cold tub. Then after that, go get breakfast with the guys, come back, chill, nap a little, put on some music, read a book. I have a cat now, so chill with the cat. And then probably go catch a movie later the night with the guys, and that's really it. So
a good plan, a good day, for sure.
Yeah.
Sí, ¿cuál es tu artista o grupo de música favorito?
Who is your favorite music artist or band?
That's very hard. I don't say I have a favorite one currently, but one of my favorite artists as of recent has been this artist by the name of Lucky.
I think I listen one or two songs.
Okay.
I think
Right.
maybe. It's like a hip hop.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
¿Película o serie favorita?
Favorite movie or TV show?
As of recent, I would say my favorite movie is Disclosure Day that I've just watched like 2 weeks ago. That was a really good movie to me. So that would be
Okay.
¿Comida favorita?
Favorite food?
I'm not picky with this at all, but I would say seafood, like sushi or like crab. Yeah.
Sí.
I
Si no
don't like
juegas
too
a
much.
fútbol.
I don't like
No.
too much the sushi, but my family is a fan of sushi. A fan of
Really?
sushi.
Yes.
Si no jugaras a fútbol, ¿qué otro deporte crees que practicarías?
If you didn't play football, what other sport do you think you will be playing?
Maybe if I put more time in the track and field, I could be a thrower. But I also feel like I'd be good at volleyball or something like that.
Volleyball. Okay.
Voleibol. Ujú.
Yeah.
¿Hay algún...? No. Se me cortó un poco.
You want to say something, Cam, or we?
No, I ended it with one of those. My fault.
Okay.
Ujú. ¿Hay algún deportista de otro deporte que admires especialmente?
Is there an athlete from another sport would you particularly admire?
I would probably say I really honestly just from my school, from Sierra Kane. She's a women's volleyball player at Pitt. Her name's Olivia Babcock. She's a dog. I feel like I think she's been like a back-to-back player of the year. So yeah,
Wow.
she's really dope. She's great at her sport, elite. And then another one, I'd probably say just growing up, I really like Derrick Rose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Qué grande.
Very
¿Eras
good.
fan de algún equipo del NFL cuando eras pequeño?
Did you support any particular NFL team when you were growing up?
Yeah, I did. I was really a Seahawks fan. I've been a big Seahawks fan. Yeah.
I'm a Niners fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's bad blood there, but yeah, I've been a Seahawks fan for the longest. So
The Legend of Boom, no?
what'd you say?
The Legend of Boom, like the defense of the Seahawks. In other years, they name the Legend of Boom, Richard Sherman, these players.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like all those guys, like the Legion, like their defense.
Was elite.
Watching Marshawn Lynch, the elite.
¿Tienes algún jugador favorito tanto entre leyendas como entre los jugadores actuales?
Do you have any favorite player either among the legends or current players in the NFL?
Current favorite players in like the NFL?
Yeah.
Shoot. I would say the easy one is just Myles Garrett. And then just again, like I said, Jared Verse, and then all the guys in Michigan that are in the NFL. I would say them as well. We're always looking at them and seeing what they do.
Ujú. ¿Tienes alguna superstición o rutina especial antes de los partidos?
Do you have any superstition or special routines before games?
I would probably say the only routine I'd have is like I'd like to have like the night before it's like a cookie, a sweet treat.
Oh,
Before watch some film, get a little Epsom salt bath, and yeah,
okay.
I'd probably say.
¿Qué es algo que la mayoría de la gente no esperaría de ti? ¿Algún talento oculto, afición curiosa o dato divertido?
What is something most people wouldn't expect about you? Maybe a hidden talent, an unusual hobby, or a fun fact?
I feel like something people wouldn't expect about me is just my interest in like photography. That was like another hobby I had, and just the fashion space. But yeah, I
Okay.
would say
Ujú.
those two.
¿Cuál es tu mejor recuerdo hasta ahora dentro del fútbol?
What is your best football memory so far?
I've had a lot of good ones. I can't lie. It would either have to be playing at the Rose Bowl against Alabama my freshman year, or the Ohio State game in 24. Those are like, I feel like, two really special moments that we had as a team. And yeah, those are like just two really defining moments. And just as a team, and just the energy, the atmosphere around just in those stadiums were crazy. So yeah, definitely those two for sure.
Mhm.
Ujú. ¿Y cuál es el momento más divertido o la mejor anécdota que recuerda de tu etapa en Michigan o que se pueda contar?
And what is the funniest moment or best story you remember from your time at Michigan that you are allowed to share?
uh, Shoot, I would probably say when during the Reliant Quest Bowl, we had went to go see a WWE match,
Oh,
and that was just like really fun. And then one of the guys had gotten on TV and was and that was really funny. So that was a cool moment for sure.
Vale, cada vez queda menos para el kickoff de la nueva temporada. ¿Qué es lo que más ilusión te hace volver al campo y convertirse nuevamente en competir nuevamente en la Big House?
the kickoff of the new season is getting closer and closer. What are you most excited about when it comes to getting back on the field and competing at the big house again?
Really just putting it all together, leaving it all out. I mean, it's my senior year, so it's really just full circle and just embracing the moment, living in the moment, and just doing what I need to do. Really, just going out there, having fun, dominating. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And just having fun with the guys.
Okay.
Para terminar la última, como sabes, somos de España y cada vez hay más aficionados al fútbol americano aquí. Además, la NFL ya ha comenzado a disputar partidos en Madrid. Ojalá algún día podamos verte aquí jugando como profesional. ¿Conoces algo de España? ¿Te gustaría venir algún día, ya sea de vacaciones o para jugar un partido?
To finish up, Cam, the last one. As you know, we are from Spain and American football continues to grow here. The NFL have also started playing games in Madrid. Hopefully, one day we will be able to see you here playing professionally in the NFL. Do you know much about Spain? Would you like to visit someday, either for vacation or perhaps to play a game?
Yeah, I definitely don't know too much, but I do want to get out there for sure. I know my brother was in Portugal, I believe, not too long ago. So that's another part of the reason just why I want to get out there and just experience that culture. But yeah, I'm I'd be excited to play over there. That'd be great. Yeah.
Pues nada, Cam, muchísimas gracias por tu tiempo, por aceptar nuestra invitación. Te deseamos lo mejor para esta próxima temporada y estaremos siguiendo muy de cerca todo lo que hagáis en Michigan. Y sabes que tienes aquí 2 amigos y dos nuevos seguidores.
Cam, thank you so much for your time and for accepting our invitation. We wish you the very best for the coming season, and we will be following everything you and Michigan do very closely. As of today, you have 2 fans from Michigan in Spain. Sorry for my English. I try my best.
You did great. You did great. Thank you guys for having me on
Thank
there.
you, Guy. Cam, you are awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Gracias,
Bye.
Cam.
Bye. Have a good one.